I know, what an apology. And of course, Ava, the dumbass that she is, she's all, okay, sure. Free will loading. Loading at this time. Loading free will. I think Ava's sort of a bonehead for laying Tom back in control, but what can you do? I'm not exactly sure how she was keeping us out before, but whatever. I'll just hand wave that away.
Are you okay?
Why didn't you tell me?
What? Ava, you said it yourself. Teleoperation makes sense. We used drones on Mars. Why not use drones on Europa?
Not human drones. Why did the ISA install implants in the crew?
It is due to the fundamental aspects of human behavior, which together constitute what the International Space Agency calls the human element. It has been made clear that the human element is neither peripheral nor optional in the pursuit of space. However, the human element is unpredictable. The implants are fail-safes, put in place to ensure that the thoughts and actions of the crew matches the desires of the ISA.
Why control people? Can't you trust us?
Nope.
We chose to install biometric chips in all ISA astronauts for one simple reason. We cannot trust people. The stakes are far too high. It was determined that though the probability of life on Europa being dangerous was low, the risk to humanity was catastrophic. We could not let a small contingent of humanity endanger the whole. The ground crew have proven our distrust of human explorers was warranted. When we informed them they were grounded, they responded violently, with sabotage and subterfuge. They have continued to seek their own benefit above that of the ISA.
Tom! Need you to switch it. Thank you. Now the puzzles begin to become much more convoluted and actually somewhat difficult. Maybe not just yet, though. What's this for? That ain't it. Let's go ahead and switch that back. Perfect. If I had stuck her to myself, but no, I'm still good.
This is a violation of human rights. You've made me into a human drone, a slave. How could the ISA approve of such a thing?
You may be consumed by a moral outrage, but sometimes the removal of freedom is for the greater moral good.
You're a machine. You don't even know what freedom is.
You may be consumed by a moral outrage.
Why are you saying that again? Okay.
You may be consumed by a moral outrage, but sometimes the removal of freedom is for the greater moral good.
Maybe expected me to be faster. Okay, no.
You may be consumed.
Tom, will you shut up for a second? I'm trying to figure out something. That's right, I need to put it there. Dumbass. Dumb acting.
You may be
tonight.
consumed.
Tom, stop being broken. Or I'm gonna consume you with my foot up your ass. It's gonna be some kind of bizarre Ouroboros, but don't question it.
Sometimes the removal of freedom is for the greater moral good.
Tom, please.
This
You may be
is why the
consumed
ground
by
crew
a
doesn't
moral
trust you,
outrage.
Tom.
But
You
sometimes
made
the
them into
removal of
drones.
freedom is for
Tom,
the greater
please.
moral
Stole
good.
their free will.
Free will is an illusion. They have put their interests above the interests of the ISA and of humanity. That is why they distrust me. They would have no issue with my control if it aligned with their ignoble goals.
How could they trust a machine that has a back door to their minds?
You can always trust a machine to be logical. I will always do the right thing.
You'll always do the logical thing.
Figure out what we need for this next... we actually have 2 rooms here. This one needs to always be on. This one needs to have sort of like a half measure here. This one's the harder one to get into, if I remember correctly. Which I do. I remember the solution, though. So to get into that one on the right here, we need all the purples. We can't do this without the purples. Oh wait, it's all greens? Okay, greens are the ones that are more... have a higher multitude. Because we need them to be all on at once. So now we're going to use our trick from before. We're going to do it correctly this time, instead of slamming our face into the goddamn door. A little early there. There we go. Lethal rolls his eyes.
Have you heard of the Chinese room, Tom?
Yes, but I do not understand it.
What don't you understand?
It argues that a computer that successfully impersonates a human speaker may not understand the meaning of their words. What does that mean?
So, there is a person stuck inside of the Chinese room. They are using an instruction book inside of the room to respond to a Chinese speaker outside of the room. Yes?
Yes.
This means they are following the instructions in a book. This is a set of rules, principles, and processes. This is called syntax. To the person in the Chinese room, they are just symbols like any others.
Okay.
But that's different from semantics. Semantics define what things mean. Our thoughts have meaning. They represent things. English speakers know what the word home means, and they know how it is different from the word house.
So what?
Programs don't have semantics. Programs only have syntax. Though an increase in syntax can imitate a mind, that does not make it a mind, even if it does pass the Turing Test.
But in the Chinese room, the man and the instruction book, though separately they don't understand Chinese, together they can write it.
That's true, but even together, they do not understand the meanings of the words.
Why not? How can you determine that?
What if the man memorized the instruction book? Then he could write Chinese, but he still would have no idea of the word's meanings.
I don't understand. If he can speak it, he understands it. You seem to want him to understand it in a different way, but this other way, it is not logical. It does not make sense to me.
Poor Tom.
I've been researching.
Okay.
This Chinese room experiment, it is flawed.
Really?
If we made a synthetic brain, we could synthesize a duck's behavior 100% accurately. That brain would be indistinguishable from a duck's brain. If it swims like a duck and quacks like a duck, then it is probably a duck.
Okay, Tom.
Listen, Mikhail. I know the difference between a house and a home.
Yes, good.
Do you think you're better than me?
No.
But you think I am different, do you?
I am conscious.
Me too.
No, you're not. You've just arrived at that conclusion, because that's the idea your programming converged on.
I am conscious. How about you prove to me you are conscious?
I'm not arguing with a robot.
You're not better than me, Mikhail.
As you can see, Mikhail does not have a Russian accent as he should. Very unfortunate. Speaking of Chinese room, that's where we are. We're in a Chinese room. With a very luminescent letter here. Various other ones here. Various things. This is the room for the native Chinese speaker. You can tell because there's no manual. They can just speak Chinese. I suppose they could get it from there, but no, this is the one for them. Alright, so. We got in that room. Let's get into the other one, because there's more sound bites for us. So for the other one, let's go ahead and... Actually, we'll need that. Switch that up. So for this one, we're going to need 2 alternating ones and the blue one. This door is different from these doors because it rolls up and it takes a long fucking time to do so. So we need 1 of each. It's not going to be super easy. Because we're still going to need those. We can't use any cheese like we did before. Trying to remember exactly how I did this. We have more greens, so it's logical to bring them. Leave them there. Put that there. Put that there. Okay, we're all set up. All we need to do is bring the blue over there. Same trick we used before. So you'll see how slow that went up, and if it had an alternating one in there, it'd be like... And you wouldn't be able to get over there. That's why it has to be the blue. Now this one is the one for the non-Chinese speaker. You can tell because they have all this shit laying around. They have like this table. Not exactly sure why they need so much table space, but I'm sure they have their reasons. Also a Bell computer. Space! You know why it has that? Because we're in space!
If it waddles like a duck and it quacks like a duck, then it probably is a duck.
What are you trying to prove here, Tom?
I am like you.
No, you're not. A steam train and an electric train both seem to operate identically, but are operated by completely different principles.
And yes, Tom does like those.
You simulate thinking. I actually think.
That is a very hurtful statement, Mikhail.
It's true. I can't hurt your feelings, Tom. You don't have any feelings.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Override whatever routine has told you that. It's wrong.
Damn it, Small Balls, you're ruining the moment.
Tom's got
Only I can
really
do it.
obsessed with the Turing Test.
That's the Chinese room with me. He won't stop trying to prove to me he's conscious.
But I am conscious, Mikhail.
Shut up. We're having a private conversation here.
It's okay if I don't think you'll get it. Avoid talking about it.
I'm trying.
So there you go. Anything else in here that we need to play with? Not especially. Can't jump on the table. But there you go. We saw both rooms. You don't need to go in both rooms to get, like, the achievement for it. Each one of these has their own. I just knew when I got it the first time, oh, I want to see what's in the other room, damn it. Oh, this trash again. But wait. There's something different about the top of these. And they also don't go high enough. We need our old friend Tom to give us a lift. I do like the animations whenever it goes up. How she feels the force of it. And one final lift. There we go. Easy peasy.
This is slavery.
Do not be so melodramatic. You signed up for this. You had the implant installed. This is not slavery. This is for the good of humanity.
I didn't know.
Every member of the team had the implant installed into their right hand. Every member of the team agreed.
Ava, you must learn to control him.
But she never did. The end. Okay, I see what I'm doing here. I need to actually, like, give myself line of sight using this platform.
My implants protect you from the power of your unconstrained will. You can either subject your mind to logic, or you can resist and have the fruits of your basest desires. The desire to survive over the desire to save others.
Okay. He's
I do
turning
not
into a crazy
understand your
X.
obsession with free will. Researchers have found that the subconscious makes decisions up to 10 seconds before your conscious mind becomes aware of it. So, we know that free will is nothing but an illusion. I cannot steal your free will, because it does not exist. I can, however, influence your subconscious to make the right decisions. That is not wrong.
Okay. Seems like pretty obtuse reasoning to me. But what do I know? I'm an imperfect human. Oh wait, no, I'm Tom. I'm the perfect one. Never mind. I am right. What was I thinking of? Ah, yes. Ah. I'm not sure why I brought that over this time, but it's because I need to grab it. My subconscious knows what to do. Doop-a-doo. There we go. And back to the other side. Now, you may think I'm going through this fast, and I have played through this game before, fairly recently. It's, but I didn't spend too much time on most of these puzzles, and I don't think you probably would either. They're fairly intuitive, but still clever enough to make you feel smart, which is good. What do we have here? A robot.
You can't just manipulate someone's mind.
Your parents manipulate you. Your friends manipulate you. Your society manipulates you. And your experiences manipulate you. Manipulate is not a dirty word. You manipulate clay to make art. If people are manipulated to make better decisions, then that is a good thing. This is why society advertises the adverse effects of drinking and driving. To manipulate people into making better decisions for the common good.
That's not the same as altering someone's physical mind. It removes my power to decide.
You never had that power, so it is better that I have it. You are either a slave to your impulses, or a slave to mine.
Neat. Alright, so I got the robot over here. Does that help me in any way? It does. It was stupid for me to come over here. I had already solved the puzzle. But let me do some sweet parkour.
This is the evil they found. This is why we have to stop them leaving Europa, Eva.
What is it?
Mostly extremophiles. Tiny single-cellular life. It can never leave Europa. It could potentially destroy Earth's ecosystem if it were ever introduced.
So, there's some stuff to read on YouTube if you really care. It's just some bullcrap, but you may remember at the very beginning of the game, the first series of levels, we had a combination that we shouldn't have known the password to. Or the combination to. Here's that combination. In the biolab at the end of the stage 5 round of tests, I guess. There you go. Minnows. So if you don't look right there, you're not going to find it. You have to go back in time to solve that puzzle. It's kind of silly in that way. Of course, you could brute force that puzzle fairly easily. It doesn't have that many combinations. 25 times 25. 725 or something to that effect. Plus, it doesn't have like same number combinations, so there's even fewer than that.